Can I hear myself? Can I hear myself? Cool. I can't hear myself when I do that. Yes! Right. Everything is working. Just gonna clean up and then just wait a little bit. Let some people join up. Who knows? Who knows? Yo! We have one viewer. Alright, let's start. So what's up, guys? For the third stream, I took the liberty to pick out this video ahead of time. I didn't watch it ahead of time because I think there's a little bit of a mystery. I did watch the first minute. And the reason why is I want you to see this. So this is going to be a 13-year-old realized cops found his horrifying secret. This time, it's by Decoder. And you know what? I'm just realizing I am not subbed to these guys, so let's hit that fat subscribe button. And let's click that fat like. So pretty much, this is going to be a new channel. Normally we do Crime Atlas, but I found these guys when I was bored, and their hook was really good. So hopefully it really goes somewhere. So yeah, that's the video, and let's get started.
Police body cam footage and extensive interviews with the family of the suspect. This is the complete case of Levi Cart. Trust me, you're not going to want to miss this one.
Okay, for the record, I've never gotten an ad on Crime Atlas, so this is a great start. Okay, the Decoder. Let's see what you...
Sunday, February 2nd, 2025. The local police department in Fairfax, Ohio, receive a chilling 911 call.
911, what's the location of your emergency?
3919 Germania.
3919, what was the street name?
Germania in Fairfax.
Germania?
Yes. I think my sisters might have been murdered and
You know of
Okay,
anybody
thank
that
you.
might want to harm her or anything like that?
absolutely nobody.
When officers arrive on the scene, they find 64-year-old Sheila Tenpenny, who went by Denise, unresponsive in her own bed with the front door open.
Did he cover her up?
I don't know. The dispatcher said that he found her with a pillow over top of her. I don't know about...
Like peroxide and cleaning chemicals? That's different. There's a lot of cleaning chemicals.
There's an unidentified watch next to her body. There's also blood on the bed, and a trail of blood leading from the bedroom to the back door and the gate to her yard. Next to her on the bed is a bent kitchen knife.
Okay, this could go either two ways. If this is the liquids from the victim, then it's not going anywhere. I don't know why it's all the way to like the door and past the fence. My guess is it's the blood of the guy who did this. Easy DNA test and you know who he is. Of course, the problem is if he isn't registered by DNA, you wouldn't know who this person is. But that gives you leverage. So you could ask for a DNA test in the future.
And a box cutter, though these don't appear to be the weapons that killed her. Her brother who found her, Daryl, is waiting to be interviewed in the ambulance. He's in deep shock.
Okay.
I just can't believe it.
I know. So again, we're definitely gonna treat this as most priority important as possible right now.
I sent her a message on her phone. I said, I'm outside. And I went up and put the air pump on the truck, and I walked around, and I opened the door. I started to knock on the door like
Right.
that,
Right.
and the door opened.
Okay.
She didn't answer, so I pushed the door open.
And he saw something no family member should ever have to see. His sister's dead body. Looking for answers, or at least witnesses, the cops start to canvass the neighborhood.
We're with the Ohio Bureau of Criminal Investigation. We're here about what happened last Sunday down the street. And we're trying to talk to everybody in the area.
They want to get to know more about Denise.
Okay, that's what I was going to ask you, if you ever talked to her or you knew her name.
She was very seclusive. I mean, she always took to herself, worked in her little garden alongside her house.
Yep.
So we are very cordial with her. I think because every time we walk by, she's super nice.
Yeah.
Say hi to the kids.
The only people I've ever seen over there were her brother, like ever.
Okay.
And then anytime we've talked to her, it was always like about gardening, or she's always very super nice, like gardening or like the dog. Her dog passed maybe a few months ago, and she was like really distraught. She told me she was hoping to buy a new dog in the spring. That's all like very like casual conversation. Like one summer she gave us like a tomato plant. Like it's very friendly. Yeah.
Been there a long time, 40 years probably. Yeah, close to it. And her dog just recently died. That's what I was going to ask you about her dog, or if anybody watched her dog for her ever, or not that I know of. No. Now, she kept to herself. She didn't have a boyfriend. I didn't know about her dating or anything. Yeah. She'd been on dates a long time ago, but it's been, sure, just kept to herself, and I just didn't believe something like this happened.
A single woman dedicated to her career as an accountant, Denise's family thought she'd die at her desk, metaphorically speaking. They never expected to find her like this.
Yeah, so I mean, we didn't see anything. And we looked on our Ring camera, because we have a Ring camera here and in the back. And like, we didn't see like anything that...
Does the camera capture like the street here?
It does, yeah.
None of these neighbors saw.
Okay, so we got a little bit of intel over here. That means she had a Ring looking right at her front porch. She saw nobody, and before it was mentioned that there was blood on the fence. So whoever did this went through the back. Could it be her neighbor? Because if you're leaping through the back, then you're really not depending on a car. Because if you have, you could go through the back, but the reason you're going through your back, you're also kind of being a little bit confident that like the backyard to the neighbor that you're jumping is also not gonna see you. Granted, it could have been late. Now I think this guy doesn't live too far away from her.
Or recorded anything that might help the investigation. And her family can't understand how this could have happened. Denise was careful. She wouldn't let just anyone inside her house.
Did she always lock her door?
Even if she knew you were coming, her door would be locked.
Okay, to be granted, guys, I can't give you advice, but why are we keeping our doors unlocked? Always lock your doors. Even if you're in the house, lock your doors. Even if, you go outside a lot. If you have somewhere, then sure, you could leave the back one open if, you're with someone. But if you're home alone, just lock your doors, man. It's just safety.
Screen door lock as well.
And screen door lock.
Whatever that's called.
The detectives show them a photo of the watch they found on Denise's bed.
Does that watch look familiar?
Whoa, DNA it. DNA it.
But she usually, when she wore a regular watch, it was they had the links in it. It wasn't like the links in the band.
It's like a metal.
Oh, like the metal chain one? Yes. I know what you mean.
I never saw her wear a watch like that.
The watch must have belonged to the killer.
I run a podcast solo. No producer, no editor,
Second
no tech
ad.
skills.
I'm telling you, we did
Riverside.
Crime
I get
Atlas.
high
We
quality-
haven't gotten a single ad. This is our second
Just from
ad.
watching like cop shows and stuff over the years. To me, it sounds like a targeted attack. It was somebody that she knew.
No,
Not that I would know who it
absolutely.
is, but
Right.
because
Can't be a rando.
normally when you see something like that, and I don't know if there was anything stolen or not, but everything it seems like everything was there. You guys found her laptop, her phone, her tablet, and that was said when we were here. So
If,
those are the
if
types
nothing
of
was
things
stolen, then it can't be a
that somebody
burglary.
was robbing. Easy to grab, easy to get out. And that's why I think it's somebody she knew.
If her killer was someone known to her, then surely her brother Daryl, who was the closest person in the world to her, would know about it. The day before her death, they went to lunch together. She dropped him at home afterwards, and that was the last time he saw her alive.
She'll send me a message and she'll have lunch. Question mark, want to know if I want to go to lunch. And I usually say yes. And I didn't get that today. And if you look, I sent her a message a little after 11. I said, "Are you skipping?"
Yes, I see.
And I didn't get a response, which is a little odd. Then I tried calling her and I didn't get a response. And I thought maybe she forgot her phone. I hope she didn't fall or anything like that. And I need to go to her house and see what's going on. But when I seen her car there, I knew she didn't go anywhere, because I thought, well, maybe she took off and went shopping without her phone. She's done that before. And that's why she's not answering.
But Denise hadn't gone shopping.
I went to knock on it like that. I always do that.
The front door?
Yeah, the front door. And as I did it, the door went open.
It just opened?
It just opened. And I'm like, that not good.
Look, I want you guys to really look at like what the brother's saying right now. This might bite me in the back right now, but what I want to say is, me personally, I don't suspect the brother right now for a huge reason right now. He's being extremely detailed. He mentioned the knocking twice already. He's mentioning every single detail, including a reason to why he was concerned, why he went into the house in the first place, what's going on. There's just so much detail and cooperation. And look at his body position also. Slanted forward. Forward means that he's cooperative. He wants to be engaged in the conversation. He wants to take up that space. Not to the point where he's gripping himself, but he's, elbow on the table, both elbows on the table, trying to capture more space, trying to be a part of the conversation here. So, I'm looking at the water bottle. It looks like he also sipped. Normally, when people are very anxious, they don't want to do stuff like that. So he's comfortable enough to drink, which in like normal animal stuff, animals won't drink if there's predators nearby. So if you want to go by that, you could also see that. So I think these combination of markers,
Hopefully
I
she's
would
like
say
working
he's
on
pretty
something and
safe
busy
right now.
working or whatever. Then when I looked
wouldn't
in,
suspect him.
I seen her legs on the bed.
Okay,
no
wait,
movement.
wait.
She's not responding.
Go back.
saying anything.
Don't be in that body
And
position.
when I
Go back.
it looked like somebody had ripped her pajamas open
Maybe he's
and
just telling
covered her
a
face
story,
up with stuff and
guys.
smothered her.
Don't worry about the
probably
body
would be my
position right
guess.
Hey, he's
You can tell
back.
she's been.
He's back.
I mean,
The detectives try to get more information about her personal life.
Okay, has she talked to you about any boyfriends?
No.
She does not have a boyfriend?
She doesn't have a boyfriend.
Has she had one recently?
So I want you guys to mention that the reason I also don't think it's her brother, because there was a watch, remember the watch that was lost, and her family couldn't recognize that watch. If her brother had that watch, you would be able to recognize it. Hopefully, so.
No.
Like when you say no, never? Or
Not in a long time. In years.
Look at that
and
detail.
one reason was you have to understand her type of thinking. They found cyst on her kidney.
Okay.
And she thought she might be polycystic. They didn't say she was, but so she decided she wasn't going to have any children because she didn't want to pass that on to the children.
Okay.
That's just the type of person she is. Yeah. So she wasn't really dating anymore. She quit dating and going out dancing and stuff like that many years ago. And I told her, I said, there's a lot of guys out there who don't want children.
Yeah, exactly. You gotta be
I
out
said,
there.
but, I wasn't going to argue with her about it.
She doesn't have an ex-husband?
No.
Okay, no children?
No children.
Okay.
She
hasn't dated in years, you say?
That's
In years,
really
yeah.
tough, because who
Has
could
she
have done it?
complained about anybody?
No.
Denise was living a fairly solitary life, and she had no enemies. The detectives'
It's
first
either her
recourse in a murder
family
case
or it's
is
somewhere
usually
on
the
the phone.
victim's partner. But Denise was single and had been for years.
Does she drink alcohol?
No. No alcohol, no drugs.
She spent her time gardening and working out at a local gym, keeping herself fit and healthy.
So is there anybody you know that would want to hurt her?
No, absolutely not. She's a decent person, honest.
Look at that detail.
Stays to herself?
Meanwhile, the medical examiner finds DNA under her fingernails. She fought back, and she scratched her attacker. This means that detectives might be able to identify the killer by scratches on his neck or face. Because Denise was also sexually assaulted, the detectives turn to the sex offender registry. They look for offenders within a half-mile radius of Denise's house, and they find 3. 2 of them have an alibi and don't have any scratches. The third is wanted for failure to report. He's been missing for a while, since before Denise's murder. None of these men are her killer. The whole neighborhood is on edge.
Neighbor Jonathan Boschert and his family have been living in Fairfax for 3 years and say a big reason they moved to the village is because of its safe reputation.
It's jarring, I would say. Very unusual. It's still hard to believe that it happened this close.
Boschert just hopes it's an isolated incident.
Another neighbor has sent her son away. She's so concerned.
So my son went to spend the afternoon with his dad because he had fallen earlier that day. And anyway, just kind of recover and
By the
have
way,
some time away from the house and
neighbor
stuff.
suspect's mother
And from his
interview.
brother. And then I noticed kind of the stuff happening around us, and so I was like, let's get him out of here.
Continuing their canvass, the detectives visit this same neighbor on February 11th at 3.
Neighbor, huh? See how far away he lives.
3920 Germania Street, just across from Denise's house.
Okay, guys. Let's look at this map real quick. Let's say that this guy did it, right? We don't know if he did it. Maybe this is another dud. But remember what happens. Someone had a Ring camera looking out. Probably not this house. Here's no house. So it's one of these houses. So it would be looking out this way, and they would have like a little bit of a cone here. If it was here, you probably wouldn't be able to see anything. You probably wouldn't be able to see anything either. So it had to be this house. If it was this house and it was the Ring, you're not really getting this. So the suspect still could have went through. But I remember at the beginning they said something about a fence. Fences are somewhere here, back, right? Unless they have a front fence going on like right here. If there's a front fence right here, like I tell you, I will be focused. If there's a fence right here and that was the fence he jumped, it's him. If there was a fence here, maybe he could have went around. But definitely, if he went around this way, he would have been caught. So it's very interesting right now.
Hi. Hello. So cool. Oh.
So remember, this is the front. Sorry, if there's a fence to the right, we got him. Alright. Let's go. Let's get on with it.
And according to her, Denise was close with her sons, Levi and Hunter Cart.
They're only like 13.
Okay.
Both of them are 13. Oh, you got twins.
They're actually going to be 14 next month.
Oh.
And were they home with you that night?
So I don't know when it actually happened. I know that we saw like the trucks on, or cars or whatever on Sunday. So actually Sunday morning at like 6 a.m. We had to run to the ER because my son, the cat, I guess, was sleeping on his face, and they startled each other in the dark.
Oh man!
And it scratched him, and so we were worried that it could be bad or infected.
Is he okay?
Yeah, he's fine.
Okay.
It wasn't a big deal, but it was just like traumatizing, and I was like, everybody get in the car.
What are their names?
Hunter and Levi.
And
Levi's going by Lewis though right now.
Lewis. And which one?
Lewis.
Lewis. Mm-hmm. And how is Hunter with Lewis?
Honestly, he's
Are they close?
Big protective of him.
Yeah.
They're really close.
Well, you know what would be? We would be more than happy, and it'd probably be a good thing if we just talked to them and see, maybe they heard something or saw something, and we might be able to answer some of their questions for them.
Maybe. I just have not told them that
Well, they obviously know
Yeah.
something happened.
And we don't have to tell them
we're not gonna-
specifically.
Yeah.
That something
We both
happened.
have kids and we
Yes.
both know.
Okay. So
We're
I feel
not-
like the M word is scary.
It can be.
We don't even use the M word. We use the H word. So, you know.
Yeah.
So it sounds a little fancier, but still, we're not going to give them any details
No.
like that, especially if you don't want us
Do
to.
they have to talk to you? Is that like a...
No, we just
I
figured
don't
this
wanna
would be a.
cooperative. I just...
No, not at all.
Becca is reluctant, but ultimately, the detectives convince her to let them inside to talk to her sons.
Hi.
Oh. Now you are Hunter.
Do you want to come sit down?
Yeah.
So it's a little
How are
less...
It's a little less weird. It's all right.
I don't really remember what happened.
You were already at the hospital then.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We got there at 6, or we left here at 6:30, and it's like 10 minutes.
And you don't remember seeing anything when you guys left that early? Right, we're concerned about that, were you?
No. I mean, I think I don't usually hear or see anything other than working on.
Sorry, Chad.
You okay?
Okay.
It's okay. I'll have him come out.
Hey, Louis.
Good.
Hello.
How are you?
Oh, you're coming out now?
What's you editing?
I was editing Dexter. Sometimes I edit.
Yeah.
But he likes to make videos for.
Whoa.
Yeah.
Whoa. Okay, I'm sorry, Chad. I was away for like a little bit. What are you talking about that he's like editing Dexter videos?
Oh, yeah.
Oh, nice.
While it's still here, right?
Yeah.
Is that the cat that got you there on the nose?
I don't know what happened. We just.
Oh, that,
We
man, that's pretty
we both
good.
startled each
Whoa. He has a scratch. I can't see it. I didn't really see it, but they found it, and detectives are pretty smart. They found a scratch on his nose. If you're like doing this to someone, if they're going to be facing you, you're going to be facing each other. And they're going to be going for your face. If they got your nose, what if it wasn't a cat? Oh my God, you could ask for DNA.
other because my bed was right there. I tried to keep myself up, not realizing how bad this was.
Really?
And I fell in the.
Oh, and you fell in the
shower,
shower. That makes
even worse.
Makes so
So
much
I
sense.
fell and hit my face. And I started crying, and she heard me crying. And then we went to the emergency room because she was like, this is really bad.
In the emergency room all morning, the Carts apparently missed all the drama next door.
So you guys have never been in the house?
No.
We have got to the point where
Why is he in
literally
a
anybody can build a
wheelchair?
fully working app without knowing how to code. This is Base 44.
Strange request. We're asking for DNA from people.
Sure.
It's used for elimination purposes only, so it's not
Yeah,
entered
you're
into
good.
like fancy database or you know.
They've already had like DNA testing for their
ancestry
for like medical for
Yeah, this
Okay.
is just a Q-tip
Yeah, this-
in the mouth real quick. and
Yeah.
it's-
yeah. So I'm not. They're already in a database somewhere.
Okay. Perfect. Yeah.
Is that
so-
today or is
We
that
can do
another?
that
Yeah, we could do it right now.
But Lewis isn't so keen.
Yeah, I just feel like I've been to enough doctors recently. I don't want to.
So the
Red flag number 1. Whenever someone looks at you this way and you're a cop, not messing with you. Red flag number 1, if you're a cop and you're trying to eliminate a suspect and a suspect's like, no, I don't want to do this. Then you're going to be like, huh.
Have you seen any like crime shows or anything? You know how we kind of do our job.
Oh,
The
that-
medical stuff's a little different than the law enforcement stuff, but
He does not
I don't know
look
if she
happy.
explained to you, but we're just going to swab your cheek, and it's not going to go into the database or anything, but we're going to compare it against stuff that we have. That makes sense. And it will take 2 seconds. It's just a
Do I have to
inside
do
the
it?
cheek. You don't have to do anything.
Do I have to do it? Do you have to go to jail?
Eventually, he agrees, and both he and Hunter submit their DNA. They're both fascinated with the process.
Me and my brother, especially my brother, know a lot. I would say, definitely my brother knows a lot about
About what?
just the police in general,
He wants to go into the Marines when he gets out.
Not the
With
Marines
a promise
part.
to call if they witness
The earlier
anything
part.
unusual in the area, the detectives leave the family be. But not for long, because the very next day, the DNA test results come back, and it changes everything.
Do you need to come in? What's going on?
Yeah, that'd be great. We have a couple things to talk about.
Okay.
Hi guys.
We just sat down to eat.
Yeah. All right, so we need to talk to essentially each of you, and we're wondering if we can go down to the police department. Just so we have a better area to talk.
Do we need to be getting lawyers or something? I'm
You have
feeling
the right to a lawyer.
nervous about this. I don't.
You can
You're
always
welcome to call an
reject.
attorney.
Not legal advice, by the way.
Like, do we have to go? Is this like a right now thing, or is this
We would like you to.
Yes.
It would make, you know, you don't have to do anything, I suppose. But.
Right. Okay. I don't know. I feel uncomfortable. I'm not.
We could. How about we get there? We can explain kind of what's going on, give you some more info. You can always,
Okay. Well, do you want
Have
to
us
explain
explain
what's
some
going
more.
on before we head out there? And
Do you mind if we do that outside?
sure.
Sure.
Are we under suspicion for something, or?
No, we just want to talk to you. I think you guys can help us clear a lot of things.
That guy looks like little Jim Carrey over there. Not a bad thing. Jim Carrey's great. I love Jim Carrey. He has like that Jim Carrey type of light, or like a vibe.
Things up around here. So,
Okay.
all right, let's go.
The carts aren't witnesses anymore, but suspects.
We have a warrant. We don't want to do this in front of the neighbors and all that stuff. That's why we were
Well, I
hoping.
really wish somebody would have contacted me, and I was not shown a warrant inside the house. You
No.
told me that you were bringing me down for questioning.
We would like to go back to the.
We were, yeah, we
That
were
is
hoping.
not what you said to me.
We are aware of that, and we are trying to not do it in front of the neighbors here.
Well, you're
So-
already doing it in front of the
Well,
neighbors.
I understand that.
They are already aware, and I don't care what they think because
Okay.
I know we have done nothing wrong.
The detectives take all 3 family members to the station, and they sit them each down separately for interview. They let them bring their food along.
Yeah, just take yours, and then we'll take your mom's out so she can eat too.
You got enough napkins and everything, or do you need napkins? No, yeah, I need.
Okay, so basically what happened in this case is they ran through their DNA and they found out that there was a match with something. I didn't really see it too much. We have 3 people being interviewed in the room. Who do you guys think it's going to be? Do you guys think it was the mom? Do you guys it was the brother who looks like little Jim Carrey? Or do you think it's the other brother? Let's look at the body language.
No, I've got to grab some for you in a second.
I don't want food. I want to
Go ahead.
get us our lawyer and have my children stop being questioned without a lawyer present immediately.
Becca's
don't
on
want food, I
edge.
want a lawyer.
She's realized
That's a
that
good
this is
answer.
more serious than the cops are letting on.
And it's not acceptable. And they're 13 and they're scared and
They are 13. It depends on your state, and this is not legal advice, and this is not a law. But I think what's going on, if they are under 18, they can have their parents present in the investigation interview room because they're minors.
I know this is a serious matter. We're all feeling awful about the street and scared, but no, they're not. They're little kids. This isn't okay.
But neither Hunter nor Lewis seem that
Let's
scared.
memorize. So this guy's called H, and Jim Carrey guy is L.
So, I don't feel pressured doing this.
You
don't? Of course, I feel a little pressured.
Okay, let's look at the room that they put him in. They put him in a very uninterrogative room. Why? They want him to make you feel a little more comfortable. We have 2 officers. Of course, you need 2 at all times. They put him near the very end of the room, so away from the door to make him still feel trapped. I see he has a drink, a bev, and his food still available to him, as well as our infamous tissues. I don't expect him to be using those tissues, but, again, if they're always on a desk, It will be used. This desk is a lot more messier. There's a printer, there's a computer, there's like all of these. They don't expect them to use all of those. So from last video, forget about it. You're all good.
I don't feel like I have to sign those.
Okay, that's
I just
good.
know it's more suspicion is put on me if I don't answer any questions.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah, we're here to talk, ask questions.
Again, you got to remember it is a basic right. You can reject all questioning and you could remain silent. Is that going to help your case? It depends. Typically, like, you know, you would have a lawyer and the lawyer would be like, hey, it would be better for you to, like, shut up, or it would be better for you to be transparent. Again, if you have nothing to hide, you would want to say every single detail that you can. So, yeah.
Get your story.
Well, I guess it states that I can quit having a conversation with you. I'm not sure what this is like necessarily
They make
about.
you sign the paper.
I will explain that.
Okay. Yeah, you said that.
Especially their
you said that we could help you guys like understand what's going on, or like something like that. So I'm not sure.
Do you know what we're investigating?
I mean, I know something happened down the street.
Across the street.
Or across the street.
Don't say something.
Right. A woman was murdered, right?
Everyone knew that.
So we're trying to find out what happened.
They start off with some family background.
So you're moving out of state to California?
Yeah, so the plan is to move to California. I think it's Long Beach.
Long Beach, cool. Is your mom and dad divorced?
Yes.
Okay.
Lewis and Hunter both tell the detectives they spent the afternoon of February 1st with their dad before returning home to watch a movie.
Yeah, so
Dude,
we ate,
that's tough.
and then Mom got home, and he left after a minute of talking. And
they don't get along, or what?
No, they get along.
Okay, that's cool.
That's why we have a lot of like communication between me and him and my brother. So after that, he left, and then me and my mom and my brother just kind of hung out for a minute. I don't know.
Is this in the evening now?
Yes, in the evening.
All right.
And then I think, I don't know, like, kind of that, the day after that, it's kind of like jingled in my head because it was a lot of waking up really early. But we, I don't know, I think at like 2:30 maybe.
In the morning?
Yeah, 2:30 in the morning, or 2, I'm not sure, in that time area. My cat had randomly woke me up with all the lights off, like sitting on my...
Yo! Okay, that's a cool cat. Aw, it's a cool cat.
Sitting on my neck. He started scratching my face, and first he started scratching like my arms, because I was like...
Didn't he just say the cat was like on his chest or around his neck? How is he scratching his arms?
Trying to like get him off of me because I didn't know what was going on. So he like scratched my face. You can't.
It was him. It was him. It was L. It was little Jim Carrey. That's not a cat scratch. That is not a cat. You see how it's tilted? You know, when someone's scratching you, that's how our wrist works. This is an uncomfortable position. Your wrist always wants to shift to here, you know? So when you scratch, you're going to see that it comes at an angle. That is literally the angle. And notice how thick those lines are. For anyone who has a cat, I have a cat, your scratches aren't going to be like that. It's going to be like, I don't know, like very thin. Very, very, very thin. Not only is that extremely scratched up, look at the forehead. Look at the below the eyes. And your nose is bleeding.
Couldn't really see it. You can't see it anymore, but yeah, he like scratched my face. You can see this here.
These scratches could have been made by a cat's claws.
Whoa. No, it was him.
Or by something else.
Okay, that's not
This
a
year, we
good
opened
way to
2
say.
new
You could say
restaurants
someone
while
else.
running how many?
5 others.
5 other.
Did you ever see the scratches on his face?
Yeah.
Can you describe like kind of what you saw?
So when I woke up in the morning, the scratches I saw on his face, he had 2 scratches right here somewhere, like, or on this cheek or on this cheek. And then
You're fine.
he had stitches in his nose. And then he had
Stitches on his nose?
this is
that ER visit?
seems even more suspicious because he had extra like red scratch marks on his face.
Outside the interview room, Becca is getting more and more worked up.
Are you accusing them of murder?
I am not.
Is that why they're being detained? Because they're under suspicion for murder?
They're questioning to find out if they know any additional details.
How would
about
they
it.
know anything?
Then the boy's dad shows up.
So there's no way for a legal guardian to go into that room and tell them to not answer any further questions.
What state is this? Is this Ohio? No, I'm not going to search anything up because then I'm going to leak everything. Oh, Ohio. I don't know Ohio law. I think they should have let the guys into the room. Their legal guardians should be present with the minors. Of course, I think, granted, this is a murder charge. I think, like, the higher the charge, the you can't bring them in because then it'll, like, scare them. Or I don't know. But this is interesting. If anyone wants to comment, if you guys live in Ohio and you know about your, like, state statutes or something, let me know.
Without a lawyer.
That's my understanding.
You're 13 years old.
Because I just...
The parents can't do anything to intervene in the kids' interrogations.
And then I just spent like, I don't know, like 3 hours maybe, or a long time trying to like fix myself up. Again, to give more context, fixing myself up, the reason why I didn't like help or ask my mom or my brother or wake them up is because we were literally just about to do photos that day.
Okay, his body language is a prime example why you should not be convicting people based on body language. His body language is actually kind of like innocent. He's moving a lot. He's trying to give a lot of details. Even if those details are kind of contradictory, he's still giving a lot of details. He has a higher pitch. He's giving eye contact. He's not hugging himself. While he is only moving one hand, that's a little weird. That should only be a pointer. You shouldn't use that to like deduce anything. He is leaning back, probably trying to get more relaxed, which in this situation you wouldn't be relaxed. You would try to be arching forward. But for the most part, his body language is kind of fine. So this is a prime example that like don't be Sherlock Holmesing it.
Like family photos?
For the house.
Oh, for the house.
Yeah.
I see.
Lewis says he tried to clean himself up in the shower. When he slipped and fell over, his crying woke up his mom, who drove him to the hospital. The pair are seen on hospital CCTV at around 7 a.m. that morning. Becca holds Lewis's arm as he struggles to walk. Then she finds him a wheelchair. His apparent fall in the shower clearly impacted his mobility, or so his mom believes. They wait only about 15 minutes to be seen. In a private treatment room, Lewis is cleaned up and given stitches in the cut on his nose. By 7:28 a.m., they're on their way home again.
And then we get in, and like 15 minutes later, Mom starts seeing a bunch of sirens.
See how he's
outside.
leaning forward? See how he's leaning forward? I am literally telling you, you should not be using body language as a prime identifier. He's literally doing it right, almost.
She opens the window and she's like, "Oh my God, something happened to Denise." And me, already in a panicked, weird state, because I and having to, you know, be like, Marshmallow did this. And he's right in front of me.
Dude, look at Marshmallow. Man, this Marshmallow's like, dude, I didn't do nothing wrong. I didn't scratch him up. He did it.
And still crying because I feel like I ruined, you know, doing photos so we could get out of here, get out of the state, you know, go to California. So I kept on crying, and then I kind of started feeling emotionally triggered. And when she said there was a bunch of ambulances outside, I like started to freak out even more. So, you know, I kind of felt like really sick to my stomach, and I felt really gross to have to think about, you know, if something had happened to somebody right next to me or the house right in front of me, and it made me feel really sad, and I started crying even worse.
He went to stay with his dad after that to get away from all the chaos on the street, but Hunter's not so sure.
I don't think my brother would be able to do anything like that. But because that day he got scratches on his face, because of that day he, you know,
Okay, look at his body posture. This is actually a very interesting body posture. I'm assuming he's leaning forward. He's being very directive. He's not really moving his body a lot because he has no need to. And he's being confrontational with the investigators. Frequent eye contact, not moving his head much. His hands are kind of in a defensive spot. They're kind of self-assuring. This is more like a school thing where, you know, they want you to do this and this. Instead of doing this, you're doing this, which is kind of keeping yourself satisfied. But again, it's like your brother's being accused of like murder, so that's fine. For the most part, his body language is saying that he's being very cooperative. You can't say this guy's innocent based off that, but based on the details he said, he
had to go to the hospital, and then he decided to go to Dad's house, so then he wasn't in the neighborhood. It all seems like a very wide coincidence, you know, because of course his cat was his face was scratched by a cat.
Do you remember like that night, if you remember your brother getting up and going to the bathroom or going outside at all?
No, I was asleep the entire time.
Let me ask you this, on that day you cut your nose on that Sunday morning.
He's hugging himself.
Were you ever out in the, when you got hurt, were you ever outside? Did you ever walk outside?
Mm-hmm.
Never were outside?
I was outside when we went to
the hospital?
Get in the car.
No, I'm talking when you cut your nose, were you ever out? I mean, like if a camera picked you up, that wouldn't have been you if you were outside?
No,
That makes no sense. You got scratched by a cat indoors.
Not one time?
I wouldn't have gone outside.
Well, I imagined, you know, what if Lewis made up the story of the cat scratching his face, and then what actually happened was like, oh, he snuck out at night and did that horrible thing. But that was just like
a little thought at the back of your
I
head.
didn't actually believe that that's something you could do. Like after I imagined that, I was like, no.
The family might not be able to believe it, but they can't fight the evidence.
They also want to know if you guys have ever seen this watch. Does this look familiar to you guys?
Yeah, that's Lewis's watch.
Lewis's watch?
Elle's cooked. Elle didn't do the cooking, he got cooked. The fact that she looked at the watch and said it's Lewis's watch, I mean Elle's watch. GG.
Oh, okay. Perfect.
Perfect.
You recognize that?
That's Lewis's phone. That's Lewis's watch.
Lewis's watch?
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm Special Agent Ward with Beast Bureau Criminal Investigation. You see two of my colleagues here.
Yeah,
My other
you
colleague.
hear that and you're like,
And
yeah.
we've been asked by the city of the village of Fairfax to investigate this case of Denise Tenpenny's murder. Okay?
Why would you
Now,
do
this is
that?
something we're going to tell you that we
You're like
have.
13,
Okay.
go like play Roblox.
All right, that watch that we showed you was under her body. What?
Granted, that's not like a cut and dry thing. I know I'm making fun of it a little bit. Someone could have planted it, so it's fine. You shouldn't be like, oh, done, he did it. It's just a combination of those factors that make it sound very, 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 very sus. Also, if it was planted, best case scenario, you would have gotten the fingerprints of the person who put it. Worst case scenario, that guy was wearing gloves. But at the same time, he had scratches on his face. He most likely snuck out. And he was crying and getting very emotional. I mean, dude, Marshmallow ain't doing all that. Marshmallow doesn't look like the cat. It's gonna wake you up at 2 a.m. in the morning, scratch you like if it was like a human, and then give you stitches on your nose. Like, I got scratched by my cat. I didn't have to get stitches.
No!
The evidence connects Lewis to the scene of Denise's murder.
So you're saying that his
Dude, come on, Elle. You're like 13
what are you saying
years
about the
old.
swabs?
His DNA is at the scene.
No!
And his DNA is at the scene.
No!
Do you think sometimes people do something that they regret out of character for themselves? They do something, they get kind of scared.
Look, if they ask you these types of questions, you're cooked. If you're innocent and they're asking you these type of questions about some character feeling regret, dude, you gotta like fall down. Like, you gotta tilt all the way here, slam your hands on this table, and be like, dude, you gotta believe me. Here's the evidence that points me that I didn't do this stuff, because this is bad.
They don't want to talk or tell anybody about it.
I think sometimes.
Go ahead, I'm sorry. I mean,
like if you're cheating on somebody, like that, you're gonna regret that, right?
Yeah.
What?
So do you think somebody can do something and get
he's gonna
nervous
go on
and
TikTok.
maybe do something they weren't intending to
Nice,
do,
checking
and
this
things
out.
get out of hand and something bad happen? Do you think that could happen?
I mean, I think everybody, is human, so.
Right, exactly.
I think that could happen.
You think that could happen? Okay. So you said you've never been in Denise's house, never been. Okay. Do you know what DNA is? You ever heard of it?
I've heard of it.
Dinonucleus
So we're trying to
acetate.
figure out, and I want you to help me explain this, okay? Why your blood would be in Denise's house. That's what we're trying to figure out.
Well, I'm not sure. Because.
You know what? There's only one logical explanation. His cat Marshmallow really hates him. So Marshmallow woke him at 2 a.m., scratched him up, somehow making it look like a human did it, because Marshmallow is just smart like that. Then Marshmallow went across the street, because it's across the street, remember? Jumped over the fence. I had bloody paws, so that would cause the stuff. Go all the way to Denise's, do what... I have no idea how a cat could do that, but whatever. The cat does that. Then, starts cleaning off paws against everything to leave the blood. Not leaving any fur or any cat information at all, magically. And then runs back. Trips Elle in the shower, making him cry. And then they go in the hospital. And then fully wash off so there's no red stuff on your white fur that could easily stain. That's my only explanation.
I don't know, how is it my blood?
Dude, come on, you watch Dexter.
Because I don't know why it would be in my house. I mean, her house.
I don't think you're telling me all the truth.
No.
But I'm not lying.
Well, I think you're about how you got hurt.
Dude, come on, little Jim Carrey.
I think you're lying about how you got hurt. That's my opinion.
But why would I do that?
Building on their rapport with him,
Instead
the
of
detectives
asking,
try
"Why
to
would I
present a
do that?" you should
confession
be
as a
asking,
way out.
No,
So,
I didn't.
If you were, and things got out of hand and you had to defend yourself, or you were attacked.
Guys, you're gonna hate me, but let's look at their body posture again. He's tilted all the way back. His hands are just... I thought it was in his pockets at first, but now it's not, because I'm looking at his peepers right there. Super close together. Like here. That's like a shocked stance. So, you know, that's like some, I don't know. I'm thinking about it too much.
You know, hence the scratches and the nose and the scratches on the arms. You know, obviously you were attacked in some way.
Yeah.
You know, that would make sense to me.
My brother's like loves true crime or something.
Uh-huh.
Very investigative.
Right, that's cool.
He like tried to search up the audio. I didn't hear it, or I guess they said that there was a 911 call, I guess.
Yeah.
But did you like?
And mom had said that maybe she had been, or that somebody said that.
How do you know that?
It looked like she was, which in my mind that doesn't sound like self-defense if it was.
I don't believe there was a.
Oh, you don't?
I don't. No.
I kind of thought it was, if I'm being honest, but.
No. But I guess my
Are we
question
talking about
to
the
you
cat?
is, could you have defended yourself? I mean, is that...
Like I said before, anything's possible.
I understand that, but now we're talking in vague terms, you know? So I need specifics.
I don't know, I doubt that that's a possibility, that I would be defending myself because I wouldn't be in that house in the first place.
His line of defense is almost too well-reasoned.
There's no way, even if he did kill her, there's no way he's the one who killed her.
Okay.
He's not that type of person.
Dude, yeah, he's like 13. He doesn't
Basically,
look like that type of guy, dude. Big L is not doing that
My
stuff.
father was really, really abusive.
Maybe it could come from that, actually.
Not like...
Because everything has to come from somewhere.
But like, really mentally abusive and very, very, very physically abusive to my mom. They are divorced now, and we are trying to get past it. But he went through a lot of trauma as a kid too. And Lewis has talked to me, and Lewis knows a lot about all the different things, like it's a wide range of things. I don't know what to call it, but like our dad's basically a narcissist, but he's working on it. Basically, we all have, or at least Lewis and Dad have. Personally, I think mostly Dad. Lewis is just the one who always says that. He's always saying that he's this thing when he hasn't been diagnosed with anything like it. Like saying he's probably slightly manipulative, stuff like that. Just because his...
To be fair, everyone's on TikTok wants to do like a manipulation Bart edit. So if I'm like a police officer, I'm not paying that much any attention. Not legal advice, whatever. I'm not a professional. But like, come on. Name me one like 13-year-old boy who doesn't think they're like manipulative.
Mama
and I'll tell you a
has made him feel this type of way. You know, he said he feels like hurting people sometimes.
Really?
Like he feels empty and he feels violent. He's never acted on any of that.
Dude, just play video games or something. Like, come on, man.
I don't know how I feel about him if he ended up being that type of person. And I know it seems very... I'm definitely for sure incriminating him by telling you guys all these things.
For Hunter, this is the horrible realization that his brother's not the person he thought he was. And it's the same for Lewis's parents.
I'm really sorry for being rude earlier. I really thought...
You were a mom. You were a mom.
I would not have been able to handle this for you, though.
I'm sorry, I was just quiet. I didn't know what to say in the time. And
no, you don't need to apologize.
No, you
You are a mom.
This isn't what I thought was happening.
And every single one of us would have done the same thing.
Meanwhile, Lewis continues to deny it.
I don't know. I just mean I don't see how I would do that, and I don't see why I would do that. That's all I mean.
So why are we asking the question of I don't see how I would do that? Trying to like be like, oh, I couldn't have done it, because like, why would I do that? I don't know, irrationally. Instead of saying, I didn't do that. What am I doing here? I want to speak to a lawyer. Dude, to that one viewer right now, dude, double.
Why you would
like,
do it?
That's the question. They know he killed Denise. The DNA doesn't lie, nor do the scratches on his face. But what would drive this 13-year-old kid to commit murder?
Please, I need
Without a
the
confession, the detectives conclude the interview. But what they find among his property when they carry out a search warrant is almost as telling. In October 2024, he was having conversations with an unknown user on TikTok about the Creep Tapes, a found footage horror series. Benign enough on its own,
That looks
but
cool.
he tells
We
the
should watch
user,
it.
I have a large lack of empathy because of my childhood. This reflects what Hunter told the detectives in his interview.
I just want to let you guys know that I have no faith that my brother would be able to do something like that. I don't know if you guys know. I don't know if this is like spreading too much information, but our family have gone through some very, very, very traumatic things. Also, you know, knowing that, I also know that having a very traumatic childhood could make somebody be able to do something like that.
He said to his friend on TikTok that he started to research personality disorders after he learned a common symptom was hurting animals, which he says he's done before consistently. A few weeks later, he...
Okay, wrap it up, guys. I want to give you a little bit of a... No, I can't give you advice. I don't have any like legal background behind that. I'm gonna give you a second. You're gonna notice a big trend with people that do something crazy like this. They hurt animals. Yeah, my cat had something to say about that. Yeah, so I'm just gonna leave it there.
He writes, I've killed animals before on my own with a knife. On January 24th, just a week before the murder, he searched causes of being sadistic. 2 days later, he looked up knife fighting classes. And on the day of the killing, at 5:30 a.m., he searched Fairfax Police Department. But maybe most telling...
Okay, the first two searches were kind of normal. First one was like, whatever. Second one was like, maybe he's bored. Third one, though, whoa, that's weird.
of all is his search 6 days later. What was Ted Bundy diagnosis? In his camera roll, they find screenshots of articles about serial killer methodology and images of fictional serial killers like Patrick Bateman, Dexter Morgan, and Anton Chigurh. They also find photos of Levi with his hand around his throat.
My brother posts a lot of edits of just like fictional characters. And
Patrick Bateman's kind of tough though.
yeah, I know, it may seem suspicious. I don't know. Like, I don't know why. I don't know. Like, you just post edits
It's like
of
this
Dexter,
original, like Sigma. You can't.
the house that Jack built, all the wide range of media that's serial killers.
On February 11th, he sent a message to an anonymous user. I'm probably going to get caught. He deleted it shortly afterward, and his own journal evidences a disturbed mind. In it, he wrote, I will kill you, and killer, because that's what he wanted to be. In the early hours of that fateful Sunday morning, Levi crept into Denise's home with just one thing on his mind. Perhaps she let him in herself, recognizing him as a neighbor, and never expecting she'd be in such danger from a...
she let him in. I mean, possibly, we never know, because he was a neighbor.
13-year-old kid, but then he attacked her, hitting her to
Let's
cause
rewind
blunt force
that real
trauma
quick.
to be. In the early hours of that fateful Sunday morning, Levi crept into Denise's home with just one thing on his mind. Perhaps she let him in herself, recognizing him as a neighbor, and never expecting she'd be in such danger from a 13-year-old kid. But then he attacked her, hitting her to cause blunt force trauma before her and suffocating her. He tried to clean up the scene using household chemicals, but he left his DNA behind. And then he went home and cried to his mother about it. All the evidence adds up to one conclusion: that, inspired by fictional killers like Patrick Bateman and real killers like Ted Bundy alike, he wanted to make a violent name for himself. And he had anonymous partners online egging him on.
The teenager accused of killing a 64-year-old Fairfax woman in February has pleaded guilty to several charges, including aggravated murder.
I do feel sorry for you. Sorry that you had a family that did not teach you right from wrong.
My sister didn't have children of her own, but she was like a second mother to her nieces and nephews. They adored her, and now they're growing up without her laughter, her guidance, her love. You didn't just take one life, you destroyed an entire family.
At his sentencing, Denise's family have their say. Levi will remain incarcerated at the Department of Youth Services until he turns 21 years old, which is the oldest he can be held as a juvenile. After that, his fate is up in the air. In the meantime, he's been mandated to finish school, attend victim awareness classes, and undergo cognitive behavioral therapy. Whether this will make a difference to his psyche remains to be seen. Will he grow out of it, or will he reach 21, an adult killer? What do you think about the full edition of this disturbing story? Let us know your thoughts in the comments below. Until next time, stay safe, keep up with our channel, and we will see you very soon on The Decoder.
WW channel. I'm gonna show you guys what we just watched again. They're called The Decoder. They have less subscribers than the Crime Atlas, but these guys are pretty cool. Ads are fine, you know, get the money somehow. I probably have ads on TikTok, Twitch soon. You know, if I ever make this pretty good. But yeah, for that one viewer that stuck throughout the whole hour, congrats. Maybe shoot me with a follow. It's okay. I don't care about the follow. The fact that you're watching this is actually kind of warming my heart a little bit. So yeah, that was a next upload. I mean, the stream for today. I was a little off schedule by 2 hours. I ate at Chipotle. There was like a buy one get one free if you have a jersey for like hockey or something. So I got 2 bowls. Breakfast is gonna be pretty good for me. Kitty. Hey, what do you think you're doing? So freaky. Hey, hey. Are you wiping your butt on my carpet? Hey, please, please. You're scaring me. I don't know if I got that on live, but alright. So I'm wrapping up the stream. I'm gonna be making a lot more edits of these streams on my TikTok, you know, advertise this a little more. This is cool, this is interesting. I think I got the wrong video for you guys though. The one I was looking at, I'll give you guys a sneak peek for tomorrow. But it was basically, in the beginning they said like, oh, there's these 2 boys and we don't know who did it. You're gonna have to decide. And I'm like, oh, this is great. So we could actually like test body knowledge and stuff like that. But the predictions we made today was actually pretty good. It was somewhere nearby. Neighbor part was absolutely brilliant. It wasn't her brother, also absolutely brilliant. And then we found the information about L, and then you just knew it was L. God, that's sad. But yeah. And then so regarding the Subnautica stream, that might take me a week or 2. I'm just waiting for one of my scuba gears to get back. It's a close friend of mine is going to be fixing it up, making it a little better. And then when it comes back, I'll have it all ready for the stream. I'll start streaming Subnautica in scuba gear. That'll be a pretty good stream. aside from that, stay tuned every evening after 8 p.m. I'll be doing these cool, police thingies. I think it's cool. It's good practice for you guys. If you have any forensic science background, you guys want to do that stuff. It's cool if you guys want to do that. For me, I just like to predict and be right. So yeah, thanks for sticking around with me on this stream, and I'm gonna call it a night. But for the ones that are gonna be watching the VOD up to 7 days after, feel free to throw up a like. I'm gonna be uploading everything on my YouTube, which is Myfoidsy, I think. Or is it I Accept the Win? It's one of those. I'll fix it. I'll make it everything consistent. But yeah, until then, you guys have a good night, and I'll see you guys tomorrow. Myfoidsy out.